Good morning, it's me. I'm back. I'm Stephanie Flath, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm coming to you live on Wednesday morning, 10:30 a.m., and I always forget the date. It is the 19th of January. Can you believe January is half over? Holy cow. So let me know if you're on, if you're joining me. You can find me every Wednesday right here on Facebook /dazzledbystamping.com. No, it's facebook.com/dazzledbystamping. Hi Carrie, hi Dina. And any other time you can find me at my website, on my website at dazzledbystamping.com. Good morning, Jamie and Cindy. I'm so happy to see you. While you guys are coming on, I'm going to pull you up here on my computer so I can see comments. Wow, good job liking and sharing already, Dina. I appreciate that. Okay, now I can see comments. Yay! I actually, for once, had my computer set up on the page. I just had to refresh it once I went live so that I could see the comments right away. Hi Marilyn and Terry. Thank you for liking and sharing already. For those of you who are joining me for maybe the first time or aren't used to doing this or whatever, whatever I make today, I give away. And if you would like to be entered into a drawing to win it, make sure that you share my video and then post a comment in this video that you did share it, because I can't tell who shares it, or I at least can't tell everybody that shared it because of Facebook settings and whatever. So, and then I enter you into a drawing next week when I go live, and I call it my randomizer. It's some pick a random person website that I plug everybody into. So I will do that next week for what I'm making today. And right now I'm going to go straight to that. So last week, I have two cards from last week. Last week I used the Picture This Dies with the Catching Butterflies stamp set. And so I have two cards from that. So I'm going to run my randomizer. I have everybody loaded. Good morning, Marlene. And I just hit start. Ooh, yay, Diane Field. She is my first winner. I don't think she's on yet. I didn't see her anyway. So congratulations, Diane. And now I need to pick another one. I always have to make sure that I find the right spot where I click it. Pick another name and start. Okay. It's running. Marlene Vanderzouwen. Woo! You've been pretty lucky lately. Marlene Vanderzouwen. Yay, congratulations. Thank you for sharing and liking, Marilyn. Let's see, did I miss anybody else? I'm going to go back. Okay, so I'm done here. Going back to... all right, I might have missed somebody, but anyway, thank you for joining me. So, so last week I mentioned that, well, I just said that I used the Picture This Dies last week, but actually I just used one of them. I used the circle ones. I used this one. And so, and it was the first, oops, I just dropped them. It was the first time that I'd used the dies. And hi, Marcia. And I asked if maybe I should use the rectangle ones today. So that's what I'm actually going to do. So here is the rectangles. Picture This style. I'll put it on here. You can see it better. If I can't tell what, can't see the stitching very well. Anyway, there's stitching it's different kind of stitching. It's like long and short, long and short. That's how the stitching is on this. But anyway, you know I love stitching, so these are awesome. And I don't know what, oh, I think I said last week that I think I must have gotten it as a half off item because I saw it, I wasn't sure if I wanted to do it, and I got them. So anyway, all right, so I'm going to use those dies. They're in the annual catalog. I don't remember the page number. It's going to be around 160, something like that, in the full catalog. And I'm also going to use, just like last week, I used the Catching Butterflies stamp set, and I also used the designer paper from the Hello Friend. Is that what it's called? Anyway, I'm using 2 celebration items this time as well. So, Driving By is the stamp set that I'm going to use, and I'm also going to use the Sunshine, where did the, oh, it's on the back of this. Excuse me. I was looking for this. I thought it was a sticker on the packaging, but it wasn't, and so I looked at this blank bag like, where did the sticker go? It's not a sticker. Anyway, I'm using the Sunshine and Rainbows. That's it. I think I just said Sunshine and Butterflies. Sunshine and Rainbows designer paper, and I'm trying to fan them out right now. Lots of rainbows, lots of color, and of course you know that there's 2 sides, but I'll fan it and show you one side and then the other side. So in case you are unaware of what celebration is while I'm getting these arranged, thank you for sharing already. During celebration, which is going on right now, it ends February 28th. With every $50 that you spend, you get a free celebration item, a free item from a special brochure that we have right now. It can be stamp sets, designer paper. I don't think there's any special tools, not for this one. So you get to choose a free item for every $50 that you spend. Then there's also a category, a couple of different items for if you spend $100. And those are obviously premium ones, so a bigger stamp set, or one of them is a bundle of a stamp set and designer paper. There's a lot of designs in here. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to hold this all up, especially because I got to flip it. Okay, I'm going to show you half of it at a time. Okay, so here are some of the designs from Sunshine Rainbows. Can you see these? Oops, these tiny little rainbows here too. Okay, here's one side. So the other side's just kind of graphic. There's swirls and raindrops, and I think those are little sunshine. These are little sunshines, I think. Oh, and there's stripes here. Can you see? It's kind of hidden because of how I have it fanned. Oh, I love those stripes. Okay, so here is one half of it. So I think there's 48 sheets in this. Yep, 48 sheets. And there must be 4 of each design in here, of 12. So it's 12 designs, but like there's one on each side, so there's actually 24 designs. So there they are. Okay, so I'm using these designer papers along with the picture this. Oops, that's not working. Okay, I'm done. The picture this dies and the driving by stamp set. Now I gotta get it back in the package. I probably should just save that. Okay, so hey, I got my new phone holder. So I can just do the flip now. I'm so thankful, but it's weird. I'm a little bit, I have to pull back or something for it. I have to sit way low for it to go right. It's not a long enough thing, or doesn't, I don't know. Anyway, it'll pivot so I don't have to pull the whole arm down and shake everywhere and whatever. Okay, so I am going to put you down. So I still have to do my magic though. My magic wand. Put you sideways, upside down, and pivot. And here we are. Okay. Oh, it's a weird angle though. I might still need to bring it, sorry, I might still need to bring it down a little bit. That's better. Okay. So I have driving by, and I have my, I need to grab my pieces that I'm going to use first. So I chose to use this designer paper. It has lots of different colors in it, and one of them is Bermuda Bay and Pool Party, and so I sort of like those together. So this is Bermuda Bay. And I have a white piece that's going to go behind, and I'm going to run the die through. So I'm just going to do it off camera. It doesn't really, it's not, you don't do anything special with it, other than I would turn it sideways a little bit in the machine so that you don't lead with a straight edge. It just makes it not bounce so hard, and you get better cuts that way. So I'm going to do that really quick here. Okay. Put my die back. Okay, so here is my die cut piece. So here's already the start of my card. So I have these pieces that I saved. Oh, I turned it in there. Oh well. I have these pieces that I saved because I will make a card with those later. So my nothing is going to be straight in here because I let it slide when I tried to put it down. But it'll be okay. All right, so what I want to do is I don't want all of these completely in the frame that they're there. So I'm going to, this time I'm not going to use any masks. It's pretty standard. It's not like I have to guess where on the page the circles are like last week. So I'm not using a mask, and I probably could. Another way that you could deal with this is you could trace a rectangle in pencil on your white cardstock if you were worried about where to do it, and then you could erase the pencil marks later, but I'm just not going to do it. What I'm choosing to do is just sort of, I have a general idea of where it is, and I'm going to go down. So check here. It's sort of in there. I might need to cut this a little bit, especially since I have it angling up. Okay. Then, so I have, so this was the first one that I used, this Volkswagen van. All right. The bug, I'm going to bring in over here. I just want a little bit of this showing, and I don't want the gifts showing, honestly. I don't need them showing. So we'll see how I did. Oh, they're sort of showing, but that's okay. Just one more thing to color. All right. And then the last thing is this. Okay, can anybody tell me? So the last two things are Volkswagens. Is this a Volkswagen? Looks more like it would be a Corvette type or something like that. I don't think that there was a Volkswagen sports car at the time. Does anybody know? I don't know. But anyway, okay, so I'm going to stamp this, and I want it to be, I want to see the balloons in this one. Again, I'm not trying to get all of them in the frame. All right. I am going to trim just a little bit off the top so I can get things in there. Agree with Yvette? Okay, gotcha. Is it an old style Corvette or is it a Corvair? Is a Corvair actually a Corvette or no? Okay, I like that. All right, so before I had these cut the same size, this one I just trimmed it down a little bit so that I could do more. Oh, and I realized I have to let this dry. That was sort of silly. Okay, so I'm going to let this dry and I'm going to move on with my other card. I forgot about that part. I didn't leave one not dry. You don't know. Okay. All right, so I'm setting that aside. And now I'm going to make the card using my scraps. So I'm using Stampin' Blends. That's why this has to dry. Because Memento ink is what you use excuse me, with Stampin' Blends, but it does still need to dry for a minute or so, a few minutes, whatever, before you work with the blends. So I'm going to move on. This is a really simple card and I love it. So this is Mango Melody. This is one of the colors that's in here. Melon Mambo. Already stamped, You've Got Style. Can you see it? And die cut it. So this card is really easy. So I'm going to put it together. The only stamping is the greeting. And I'm actually not using this skinny little piece. So this is basically the card. Just trying to get it centered the way that I want it, or arranged the way that I want it. Okay, so I need my, looks like a Corvette Stingray from 60s. Cool. So it's sort of funny to me how they have two that are both Volkswagens and then one's just completely not. Like how that thinking doesn't work for me. I feel like you need to have, if you're going to do two of one kind, you need to make it three of one kind, but who am I to say? All right, so I sort of place these kind of where I want them, and now I'm going to take each piece off while sort of keeping everything intact to place them on there. Okay, this one needs to be down. So my mom had a Corvette, actually two different times in her life. It was not from the 60s. She liked one of the 70s styles. Corvettes were never really my thing. Oh, but I have to say, speaking of that though, one of our neighbors has a Corvette. It's a really pretty blue. And I love his car, and I love how it sounds. It's just got this low rumble. Oh my goodness, I love it. And I call him the rumble car. I call it the rumble car, or call him the rumble buddy, or oh, I just love it. And it's so funny because I can be home, like, so there, he's actually the person that, or one of the people that bought my parents' house. So they're three doors down, and I can tell when he has the car running. Like, one day he was home at a non-normal time. Chris had a bright yellow Corvette back in his pre-married days. I love it. My mom liked white. She liked it all white with a burgundy or maroon interior. Anyway, Noah was home one day at a time when he normally wouldn't be, and I was walking around, or I just came downstairs. I'm like, what is that sound? It just was just boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, I think Noah's home. And I went and looked, and sure enough, his car was running in the garage. And oh, I just love it so much. Okay, so I just sort of made designs with I cut these all the same size. The two non-skinny rectangles, they're the same size. So I cut these three pieces to be the same also. And I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of this. So I haven't heard my rumble car in a couple months. I don't know what Saturday he stored it, but I was like, I think he just stored it. That's so sad. Thanks. I love the colors too. They're just so fun. Okay, so here's you've got style, and then I want to use, these are classic matte dots. So there's basic black, basic gray, very vanilla, and whisper white. And, excuse me, I'm going to use just one right here. I was wondering if I wanted, no, you know what, I do want two more. My design is a little bit different and is showing more pink than the first one. I'm going to put one in both of the pink rectangles. There. That's it. Okay. So, next, now I can do my coloring. Did you hear me say can? I didn't even say have to. Okay, so I'm going to start with the van down by the river. You guys remember that from SNL? He was hilarious. Chris Farley had this skit. He just went all out in his skits. Oops, I did not color that well. So this is the dark Daffodil Delight. The color in this designer paper is actually so saffron, but I wanted a brighter yellow. I felt like it would be more like what would be on the van. Okay. You're gonna, so did you, you missed the car talk. So, are you a car person? Do you like, specifically Corvettes was what I was asking about. My mom had one, wanted one. I'm going with Pool Party for this one. I actually have a couple customers who have, it's not Pool Party. It's really, really light. They're twins, and they each got a bug that is this color. Oh, you could hear me, you just couldn't respond. Sorry, when I color I get quiet. That's one reason not to color when I'm on my live. All right, you had a 98 Camaro. Oh yeah, I remember you had a Camaro. I remember that. You got rid of it? All right, we're going with a pink Corvette. That's just the way I roll today. And I want the door darker for some reason. Just thought it might be how they might do it. Oh, you still have it. Oh, okay, cool. I was going to ask you about that, but I didn't remember that it was a Camaro. I love the Camaros the current Camaros that we have that are retro, and I loved the style that they were, what they were made after. I don't know how you say that. I love that. I know they're 60s something, I don't know. I loved those Camaros. Okay, so I have my vehicles sort of colored. I'm gonna do, I don't like black marker for the wheels. I always tend to prefer using colored pencil, or watercolor pencils, and then making them more even, more blended with the blender pen. So a blender pen, I've not used one of those in a long time on my live probably. So if you're not familiar with what a blender pen is, it is not a Stampin' Blend. That's different than a blender pen. A blender pen is a clear ink that you use to blend colors to make it look watercolor-ish. Oh, hi, Jamie. Okay, so here are my wheels before I blend them. Blender pen come in a pack of 3. They have 2 tips, just like our regular markers, but they're both the same fineness, I'll say. But I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna do one wheel here a second and show you the difference. So look at the difference between this one that I just blended and this one that I haven't blended yet. So that's what you can do. When I use watercolor pencils, I don't often, like you can actually see if you look really closely, I didn't make sure to get every tiny little white spot colored with the watercolor pencil. I do, when I use my blender pen, then I blend it in to make it look smooth and good colored and all that. Now Stampin' Blends are actual markers. They're alcohol-based markers. So just making sure that you know the difference between them when I talk. This bottom one, I did it sort of on mistake when I first did it, but I kind of liked it on this one. I allowed there to be white walls on the other two, but this one I'm just making it no white walls at all. It's just a plain old hubcap sort of thing. Oh, and when you use the blender pen, once you are done, you run it off until it's clear. You can use this with watercolor pencils and regular markers, but they tend to dry more quickly. You can use them to make your ink pads more versatile. I don't have a colored one right here because I just have Memento, but I'll just show you. So if you take your ink pad, you take your 2 thumbs and you press it hard, you can get a palette of ink right here, and then you just pick up your ink and color in whatever it is that you want. And so it makes your ink pads more versatile. It's a good way to give a watercolor look also. And I'm just going to double check this and see if I actually need to color the gifts or not. Nope, I'm going to keep it down. Okay. The gifts are fun, but they kind of don't really work with this die. So, all right, so now I want to color in my balloons. So I'm using Bermuda Bay for one of them rather than the lighter bluish. Just gonna make this one stand out nice and dark. Then I want a light yellow. And a light pink. So I'm using the same pinks, but I'm just sort of going softer with it. Should have put that one in the middle. That would have made more sense, so it's not right next to the pink. That's how I normally think, but I missed it that time. Okay, so now I have all my coloring done that I need to do here. And I'm going to put adhesive all the way around. Be careful, I've done this a couple times now, and I need to pay attention better. So when I have designer paper that is so, I'll say delicate, like it's thinner than cardstock, and there's these skinny little, you know, it's not a whole piece of designer paper, I cut out a bunch of it. You need to be careful so that the adhesive doesn't get stuck on your fingers so that you rip the designer paper when you try to get it off. I've done that a couple times, and so just quick warning to be careful with that. Okay, so I'm going to put this on here, and I'm aiming it to be, oops, at the top of this. Oh, I don't want quite that top, I guess. Not sure I'm going to be able to take it off now. I covered up some of my balloons. Well, those are just going to have to be. Okay, now I'm going to put adhesive on to put this down. All right, now I'm going to stamp driving by just to say hi. Right in here. Ta-da. All right, last thing is I want some more of these classic matte dots. So I'm going to put them here. 1, 2, 3. I want them to be straight with the side, not with my angled. Oops, no. Not with my angled thing that's there. All right, I want this at the bottom. Big one and a small one. You always want to go odd number of embellishments. Okay. So I'm done. So I'm going to actually give away and show you when we pull up the one that I colored before now. Thanks. Because I like my spacing better on the other card. So I'm going to show you that one when I pull up. Okay, so I'm gonna upside down you, put you backwards again. Lift you, and I do need to lift it a little bit. That's not quite so bad as my last lifting. Okay, so the one I just got done. So here's this. The colors look so much more vibrant when I pull my phone up. Thanks. I'm glad that you like this. Okay, and then here is, this is the one that I did before. I don't know why I showed you this one this time. That's the one I did first, but here's the one I just did for this one. This one I liked okay. It just was the car one that I thought needed help. Okay. Do I need to keep it up there closer? So, let's see, what else thank you. So, what else do I have to share with you? I did all my stamping. I do have a class next week. Sorry, itchy nose. I have my All Occasions card class on Tuesday, 7 p.m. It is, thank you for sharing. It is, we make 6 cards, 2 each of 3 designs, and the class is $15 or free if you place at least a $25 order. So I need you to sign up by Monday. So let me know if you are interested in that. Celebration goes through the end of February. And let's see, anything else? I probably have other classes coming up, but I don't remember. Oh, I know. Okay, so I wanted to mention here, I mentioned it in my blog yesterday. I would like to schedule a Mommy and Me class, and but I sort of wanted to get an idea of interest before I actually scheduled it. So I have a few different dates in mind that are possibilities, but I wanted to hear if people were interested. So if you haven't been to a Mommy and Me class, first of all, it's intended for you to bring your son or daughter, your granddaughter or grandson, a little neighbor girl, your niece, nephew, and I don't remember now. I feel like that I said that the child should, I don't remember how old I said. Anyway, there's a link in my blog for the last, or one of Mommy and Me class that I did last year. I was thinking of doing one of these too. Love the edit. Oh, it's so fun. I usually just do 2 projects, but both mom and child get to do 2 projects, and I usually make one of them be a treat container of some kind. So the kids have fun. It's so funny. Whenever I've had one of them, there's always one little girl, usually a girl, but I have little boys come too. There's usually one girl that she gets done making it, of course, before her mom, because her mom's helping her do it and whatever. She gets done making it and she says, so can I seal it up now? Can I close it now? And like is ready to lick the envelope, but hasn't written in the card at all. There's always one. It cracks me up. So anyway, those classes are fun. So if you have somebody in mind that you would like to bring, let me know. So I usually charge $20 for you and child, or free with a $25 order. If you're bringing more, like if I would only say max of 2 people, so you can help both people. I know, I love seeing the kid, how they have no fear when they're creating. It's awesome. If you're bringing 2 children, it would be $30, and or free with a $35 order. It's in the link that I have there. So anyway, let me know if you're interested in that so that we can get that scheduled. I was hoping to do it like before Valentine's Day, so one of their projects could be sort of Valentine's-y. So anyway, that's all that I can think of right now. Other than, did I mention last week? This is an awesome time to sign up to be on my team. If you want to be part of my tribe, we would love to have you. And now is a perfect time because besides your $125 of product that you get to choose for your kit normally, and only pay $99 plus tax, no shipping. Besides that $125, you also get to add 2 more stamp sets. Your choice from whichever catalog, whichever ones that you can buy. You can't choose a celebration item, but you get to add 2 more stamp sets. So if you're thinking of joining, now is a great time. I'm actually having a team meeting tomorrow night. We had to postpone from a couple weeks ago because of weather. And so we just swapped out our team stamping for our team meeting. So anyway, you could come to our meeting if you signed up. We do stamping and swapping cards and just learning stuff. So, all right, I think that's it. Thank you for joining me today. Remember to share the video. Hopefully it brings sunshine to others when you share too. And I will see you again. I will see you again next Wednesday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time on my business page here. Have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.